Hi everyone. I want to read a well-known verse from Philippians chapter 4, where Paul says in verse 4, rejoice in the Lord always, and again, rejoice. It's not a suggestion. It's not a good idea. It's almost a command that Paul is speaking to the church. Brothers and sisters, rejoice. And we need to understand that when Paul wrote these words, he was suffering in prison, in hardship, in great difficulty. Not only was he going through all of that tough time in the prison, but he was separated from his precious brothers and sisters in the church. He wasn't able to travel to do what he really wanted to do. And yet he is able to say, rejoice. And again I will say, rejoice. You see, the joy of the Lord is something that God gives to us. God is love. God is joy. God is peace. When we find God, we find all of these attributes. We find his love. We find that peace and that joy that he has for us. That's wonderful. It comes inside of us. That's wonderful. And we can walk day by day with the joy of the Lord, the peace of God. But there's something else that Paul is saying. You and I, we need to have a determination, not just to rest or rely on the joy that God gives us, but there needs to be something where we decide, I'm going to rejoice. I'm seeing problems. I'm seeing difficulties. I'm seeing all these natural things, but I will rejoice. Why? Because I'm not looking at the natural things. I'm looking to the hand of God. I'm looking to the purpose of God. When you go into the book of Psalms and you read David's Psalms when he was running from Absalom and going through all sorts of hardships, you will see that he writes and he says, I will enter his gates with thanksgiving. I will enter his courts with praise. I will sing. I will rejoice. I will dance. I will play the tambourine. I will clap my hands. What is that? That is a determination in his heart that he is not going to allow the circumstance and the situation to overwhelm him. He's not going to be succumbing to all of these things, but he will rise up. I will rejoice. I will pray. I will give thanks. I will clap my hands. Why? Because God, he knows God is with him. God is looking for something from you and I. It's not just this sitting back and waiting for God to give us a feeling or something on the inside. No, you need to stand up. I need to stand up and say, I will rejoice. In spite of all the circumstance, I will give thanks to God because God loves me, calls me, and has a precious plan for my life. I will rejoice in him.